England Patriots. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Let's go, let's go! Let's go tonight! 180! Tell. Watch the ship. Back.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Motion.
Now it's Hines. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Motion.
On second down now, it's Hines. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, it's gone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hold on. Check. Hey, echo.
Second and 10, Goff again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Where are they, team?
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cook running right. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he finds Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Throwing is Mariota.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Hey, who are you? Hey, watch your leg.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Three.
From the gun, Mariota. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
It's a gain of 35.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
This is Hines. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Hey, high 7.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And that is incomplete here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on third. Goff. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check.
They run with Hines, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mariota on first down. Gets it to Gordon. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. That's complete. It's Gordon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Cook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Mariota. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
56, Mike, 56.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Dalvin Cook turned away on fourth down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
180. Super one. Smooth.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
57, Mike, 57. Go. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Check. Hardball. Check, Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Third and long. It's gone. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Play. Check nine.
Here's Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
On second down now. It's Hines, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Right here.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Throwing on second down. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw, Mariota. And this is Cook with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. To throw again on second down, Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mariota now. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's put that team on the value 3, value 3. 50. Mike's 50. Come on. Hey, Charlie. 50.
The final shot before break here. Gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And he is out of bounds here. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
And this will be taken at the 13.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Raiders.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's our time.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion. 12. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, Delta.
Now gone. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, Jefferson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Got his man. That's Harry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. First down, here's the run with Cook. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
76.
Now gone. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Raiders.
Yeah, sturdy pace. Let's go. Charlie. Hey, 50. 50's a Mike. 50's a Mike. We ain't giving him nothing today. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go. Here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'll get him.
2nd and 2. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Back to throw. Franks got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go. 50. Mike, 50. And we got to get set.
On fourth down, Franks. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They come out here in the I. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They start the drive with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Under 10, 10.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Flush to his right. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. To throw is Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you, whether it's sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Gone. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mariota to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
Just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Goff now looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 3 down. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mike 57. Watch the run, watch the run. Go, 12, go. Mike 57.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. Now a carry for Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. Goff now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, 2.
Now it's Goff. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Goff. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Go. 180.
On first down, Hines. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Raiders, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.